These shoes are still in here.
Yeah.
They just backup shoes. Okay. Oh, it's long. Can you hold this?
Yeah, that's what she said.
But
You
not
can
to
stand in the
you. It's recording.
Do you guys have a cold
Oh
open?
yeah, cold open.
I think just like the vacuum was a good cold open.
Oh, okay.
The vacuum hose.
Welcome back. It's okay. They won't even be able to hear it, probably. It's probably not going to pick up, I think.
I hope.
Welcome back to the Vampy Wampy Campy Podcast, where we vamp and you camp. So pitch your tent.
Get
ready to listen. I'm Steff Vampy. You guys remember last episode?
Yeah.
It's her full name.
Yeah.
You gotta introduce yourselves.
I'm Shay Wampy.
And I'm Sal Vampy.
Yay! We did it!
Yay.
We're almost at the end of the series, and we got the intro.
She's the girl.
We could just ignore him.
Okay.
So today, we're reviewing Season 2, Episode 7, Village of the Darned.
The Darned.
The Darned. I can understand why they changed it from Village of the Damned. One, because that's the name of an actual movie.
Yeah.
So, you wanted to switch it up a little bit.
So you can't have your 12-year-olds going around saying that.
Yeah, you can't have them saying damned. It's too offensive.
Because what kind of parent are you?
What kind of parent are you? So, what did you guys think of this episode?
I love this
I thought it was great.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I think it's an underrated one. People
Yeah.
don't talk about it ever.
It's a very silly concept, but
Mhm.
it's so good.
Yeah. I like it a lot.
I think there's many fun elements of it. Well, first of all, we have the anti-Girl Scout
Probably
narrative.
Yeah.
So-
That's a thing in a lot of comedy media.
Yeah. As
Yeah.
3 former Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's understandable, I
Yeah.
guess.
We were menaces
We
Yeah.
were.
Oh,
to anyone
absolutely.
trying to just enjoy shopping
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
a
just like,
Walgreens.
do you want my cookies?
Yeah.
Walmart.
Buy our cookies.
Buy cookies.
Donate to our cause.
Yeah.
Literally, because it was like a competition.
I do like that.
Uh-huh.
What's her name? Samantha.
Yeah.
Yes, the mother.
Let Ethan babysit someone else's kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the other mom, the PTO mom, I don't think
Oh,
she has a
boy.
name.
It's
I
PTO
don't
mom.
know.
We forgot to check the credits to see if those kids
Oh
are actually
yeah,
twins.
because she has twins, and
Twins.
I don't think they don't look like identical twins.
They could
Because
be
I was like
fraternal.
and I was like and then I always thought they literally just hired 2 separate kids.
Yeah.
But they do look a little bit alike. So
Yeah,
maybe
there's
they're
especially
just
the one where they turn around to look at them.
yeah. So maybe they're fraternal twins. Is that
But
the
it's
term?
you could
Fraternal?
tell that the intention
Mhm.
was identical.
Identical twins.
yeah.
Because there's that bit with Rory where he was like, it was that one or that one or that
That
one.
one.
And it's like you guys.
Which is the evil one.
Yeah, it's like you guys needed to change the script because
Yeah.
maybe it just
Maybe he-
emphasizes how stupid Rory is.
Maybe they kept it because they're all wearing the same thing.
Yeah,
Like him
Oh,
Shane
yeah.
and the.
and it was very fast. They
Yeah.
drew that
Yeah.
circle on his
Like,
face.
Like I
very
could not,
speedily.
I could not tell the difference between 2 kids in 10 seconds. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Because they're abusing Rory's vampire powers
Yeah.
to get snacks while they're gaming.
Yeah.
We should be gamers, guys.
I love the amount of Rory content in this
Yeah.
episode.
Rory, that's why I
I
love this
thought it
episode
was-
so much.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny that they used Rory instead of Ethan because Ethan was like, I need to hold on to Jane.
And he gets
Yeah.
knocked out.
He gets
Yeah.
beat with the pan.
Oh, can you pull up the soundboard? Because I have the
Ugh, okay.
I have the line.
Dude, she grilled your cheese.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
It's a
It's
good line.
so funny. It's I love Rory in this episode.
Yeah.
That
I'm gonna
she
put
gets
that
to
in the
solve.
tagline of my Tumblr account now.
Yeah.
Dude, she grilled your cheese.
Yeah.
It's such a good line. Erica is also really good in this
I
episode
know.
too.
Oh yeah.
I have the
So the girls are starving.
I
The
forget
girls are girling.
I forget what it's called. The
Which
audio
one?
bite. It's like
People with bad taste bad. What?
Exactly.
she's so right.
She's
And
so
then
good. We get hints of bye Erica again.
Yeah.
With Sarah
Sarah.
talking about how I know it's just probably not in a romantic context,
but it was.
but it was.
But it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
This is the second occurrence.
It's just
Yeah.
them.
Sarah's like,
yeah.
Oh, he's too stringy. He's too old. Her outfit sucks. Like,
I
Yeah.
hate her outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she says, I think I also have it on somewhere. More stock, less talk.
More stock, less talk.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Such a good line.
Yeah.
She's so
It-
iconic.
It's
Mhm.
funny, like they're putting the girls together a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Like even though it's under the guise of like Vampire Council said this or whatever.
Yeah, which is kind of like a little bit of a hint for the future. Like things are becoming less like safe for vampires in the town in general,
Yeah.
right? Like oh, for safety we gotta go in pairs,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also a little hint, I guess, tad sprinkle of vampire lore with the turf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't go to a town over,
Yeah.
or else it'll cause a turf war. Which I guess makes sense that like
Kinda.
all the vampires that live in Whitechapel can only feed on people
In
from
Whitechapel.
Whitechapel.
Kinda
That's
reminds
literally
me
how
of
Jesse's
Tokyo
cult got.
Ghoul.
Is it like Tokyo Ghoul?
Yeah.
I saw one episode of that show. I saw the
Yeah,
like,
even
the pilot.
okay, well Tokyo's massive, so of course it's like split inside Tokyo.
Yeah,
But
there's
like there's like
sections.
turfs for like
Okay, it makes
Nice.
sense.
Are there vampires in Tokyo Ghoul?
no, just ghouls.
Oh.
But
Aren't
they're
the
ki- but
ghouls
they're
like
like- they're like
vampire-like? Because they
vampires.
like eat like drink.
They eat people.
They drink blood.
Nice.
Yeah, and like human food tastes like ash to them. Is the thing.
Yeah, they just wanted to like have the vampires be superhuman in the show,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like also like drink
But
blood,
also-
Yeah.
so they don't have to deal with like the angst,
Yeah.
which causes a lot of conflict. But that's
I know.
confliction
Like-
within the lore. But
Yeah, because like I feel like, especially with Sarah, they were setting her up for angst, but they're like, nope.
Nope.
yeah, they just drop it in season
Yeah.
2. I feel like
Yeah.
they would have picked it back up if they had more episodes, but
Yeah.
because they had a lot more plans for season 2, and then they just it just kind of got lost in the shuffle,
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is that like turf is why the whole vampire Jesse cult thing ended, right? Because they were going into the they were going into the town over.
You just like dealt damage to Steff.
Why? Jesse's cold. I wish I was Jesse's cold. Why can't I find a cold like that?
Wait, I already have Jesse's girl and the Bam Bams, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That and like Stacy's mom as well.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Jesse's
cold.
cold has got it going on. It's all I want. I've been waiting for so long. Jesse, can't you see? I know it might be wrong, but I want to be in Jesse's cult.
Written by Gord.
Yeah.
Too bad he died.
I know.
Then it got turned to dust.
Anyways,
back to the episode.
All I was saying before that, little excursion happened. All I was saying was that that's the whole reason why Jesse's cult got schmurdered, is because they were killing the townspeople and then they revolted. So I can see why they
Yeah.
don't. That's like one of their main rules. So and Erica's just like, it sounds so stupid, but it's like, I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of a big deal.
I know.
I had more to
Vampires
say.
are territorial.
Yeah, vampires are very, and they say that in the blood drive episode.
Yeah.
Whereas like
Yeah.
vampires are super territorial, they don't like people stealing their stuff. So
Yeah.
like that's why
We're stealing from other vampires.
But she's such
Yeah.
a fresh vampire. She doesn't care.
they don't
Yeah.
care anything about these old ancient rules. They're just like, whatever, I'm just trying to live my life,
Yeah.
bro.
Bro.
Hashtag live, laugh, love.
I think Sarah would use that hashtag like all the
Oh,
time.
absolutely.
She would unironically.
She would unironically repost just girly things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like listening to music, just girly things.
Hashtag just girly things.
The person who created Just Girly Things is a lesbian.
Yeah.
So they post a lot of
I-
a lot of lesbian content.
I
'Cause,
I watched the Strange Eons video.
It was like a thing. I remember there was like an article about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they just like the account went dead for a long time. Then.
And it was like, well, I was dealing with my identity, but like, just girly things. Just
Just
girly
girly
things. Exactly.
yeah.
Like kissing your beautiful wife on the mouth.
Just girly things.
Yeah, exactly. I had other things to say about. I was talking about Erica.
Hashtag just girly things.
I was talking about Erica. Hashtag just girly things. I really like Erica in this
She's
episode.
so
She's so good. in this.
She was so
They're-
iconic. Even her first scene, she just was there.
She just
Just like, bam.
busts right in, and they're all like
Mhm.
spooked because they're on edge.
yeah.
Whoa.
I like how everyone just like Rory.
Yeah,
down
them barging in.
He's like,
'cause-
you did what? Nothing.
I have that sound too.
Hold on,
we gotta use all the episode sound
let me
bites.
rummage through.
Yeah, it's
I thought it was really funny though.
I think it's in eyes. Like, is this?
Like
for me.
when Sarah and Ethan.
Hey! Is this for me barfing down your chimney? No, I just... Wait, you what? Nothing.
Yeah.
He's my baby girl.
Yeah.
But when Benny just like showed up and with Rory
Mm-hmm.
and Sarah just like whipped around and smacked him in the
I
stomach.
know.
Just
Good.
punched him in the stomach. It was
Yeah.
so
What we all
hilarious, so
wanna
good. It's great. Yeah, it was
It's what he deserves.
because Ethan was like, something's bad gonna happen. Something bad is gonna happen right now. Just
Right
wait, wait, and then he's like, Benny,
Benny!
and then he gets punched in the stomach. Also, Rory like immediately
yeah, how
adopting that and like repeating it back.
Yeah, how
putting-
dare Benny try to gatekeep that?
I know his own name exactly. He was like, Benny. I have that one, and you don't need to play it, but like, if
I'm
you could-
playing it.
if you could find it, that'd be great.
Benny! What do you think you're doing? Only Benny can Benny!
Yeah. That's very I would hate to I don't
It's
wanna- I
so
don't wanna
fun because like they very much seem like a friend group with this
Mhm.
episode.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a lot of season 2, as you can tell, has been a lot of like the main 5 versus
Yeah.
like season 1, which is like separating them all up
Yeah.
and like having them have their own separate plots. It's like the entire Fang gang is hanging out. Can I tell you guys something real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, in between episodes of us recording, I stalked the entire mbav Facebook group page,
Oh,
Oh.
which for you guys who don't know, you guys at home, Craig, if you're listening,
if you don't know what Facebook is,
Craig Manning has no idea what Facebook is. He's a fresh baby boy.
fresh out the womb from 2010.
Exactly. There's a Facebook group for mbav, which was the original place where the fandom was. Like all of the writers and stuff would like respond to questions. Like you could talk to like the network directly through the Facebook group, right? So a lot of people posted on there.
Yeah.
I went back and I stalked it and I read a bunch of old posts and stuff, right? So that's where the Fang gang originated from, you know.
Yeah.
Also, the name of mbav fans. Do you want to know what the name?
It's
That's
very
a-
cursed, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fledglings.
Ew.
Hello, my fellow fledglings. Like that's what they would say. It was so
That's how
awful.
we're gonna open the podcast now.
Hey, my fellow fledglings. Did I mention that we're in the Vamp Camper?
No.
We're in the Vamp Camper.
I
Yeah.
think
Currently.
it was implied.
Oh, is it just implied?
Implied vamp camper.
Yeah, implied Vamp Camper.
That's our AO3 tag.
the
POV. You're in the
POV.
vamp camper with the podcast.
on your way to go camping.
Yeah.
You just hear like K-pop faintly in the background. We're driving up a mountain.
No. Ring ding dong is what plays.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do I have both of those added already?
Ding Dong by Katya featuring
Yeah.
Trixie
You
Mattel.
gotta add that.
That's a classic.
Yeah. Vamp bands.
So, are we just gonna listen to the Vamp Bamps as we make our way?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we're like
Okay.
slowly making our way through the Vamp Vamps. Like
Yeah.
the ASMR video we're talking about that
This
starts.
this is the purpose.
Yes,
The sole
mhm.
purpose of the Vamp Bamps
Ring
is
ding dong.
for this.
Yes, it's
potential.
for.
It's 2 hours. It's almost 3 hours long already.
We have a lot
which
of
can
songs
which
is
is like the
perfect.
length of
For-
the time it takes to get there.
to get to
Exactly.
the campsite. Yeah,
Also,
exactly.
Ring Ding Dong by Shiny is already on the playlist.
Yeah, we've mentioned it before.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I got Ding Dong by
Ding dong,
by
ding
Katya.
Dong.
I know
Um,
it's like in order by like when we mention them, but can you please put ring ding dong and ding dong like
Next
one
to each
after-
other?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we did with like Boy with Love and
Boy.
Mhm.
Boy with Love or Boy in Love.
Both.
Both.
At
Yeah.
the same time,
At the
next to
same
each
time.
other.
And then the boyfriend.
It was Boyfriend, yeah, by BTR. A classic.
BTR,
Mhm.
Justin Bieber, and
And BTS.
And
In
they
a row.
don't have a song called Boyfriend.
No, but we had Boy in Love.
But
and
there
Boy
was a
with
third
Love
boy
next
in
to
Love.
it.
It's Boyfriend by Big Time Rush,
Yeah.
Boyfriend by Dove Cameron,
Dove
by-
Cameron!
Boyfriend by Justin Bieber, Boy in Love by BTS, and then Danger by BTS.
Have you guys seen
And then
those?
Teach Me How to Scream by Both of them.
Oh man, that's
Teach
a
me
rough
how to
one in there.
scream.
Teach me how to scream. That's a rough one in the
Oh,
mix.
yeah.
But have you guys
Speaking
seen
of
those?
Scream, you heard the first joke where of the thing with
Oh, yeah.
Ethan.
Oh yeah, I have that one. Listen, this is the whole point of the soundboard. Is instead of us repeating the lines,
Every
you need
bit.
to actually hear them.
Can you stop screaming? I'm trying to watch so you think you can scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they put a Wilhelm scream instead.
Oh, that would be good. Just like the goofy scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yahoo! Baba Booey.
Papa Booey.
Baba Booey. Steff is breaking.
It's getting a little. We're losing oxygen in the vamp camper over here.
We could open a window.
No, there's too much noise.
Okay.
We must slowly just.
Cook.
Yeah.
We are rotisserie chickens.
Mhm. What we should have done is put the vamp camper in the garage and then turn the car on and close the garage door.
No. No.
Stop.
That's what we should have done.
What is it with like carbon monoxide poisoning?
There's been a theme of carbon monoxide poisoning today. If you guys don't know, there's just been a theme. You know, it's been a part of the narrative.
It's part of our lore.
Yeah, it's part of the lore. We gotta talk about the episode at some point.
Yeah.
We're kind of talking about it. This always
Okay.
happens.
Mhm.
Okay. Girl Scouts are demons, and they're
Mhm.
taking over Whitechapel with
The
donuts.
theme is moles for some reason.
Yeah, it's like
Molios.
molios. That's what the donuts are called,
Yeah.
and they're like
Is there
moles.
like a stated reason for that?
And I was wondering, is like are moles like an animal associated with like the devil or something?
Oh look.
I thought it was like snakes.
I
Like
thought that
snakes
too.
and goats.
I bet they could, yeah, and goats. Like I don't
bet
think
they
moles.
could use snakes and goats because of the satanic
Yeah, or like the idea
implications.
of like door in the floor, and
Yeah.
it's
Door
like
in the
moles
floor.
are in the floor.
I do
They'd,
like whenever they came
Whoa.
downstairs from video games to see what Rory was talking about. And there's just red door
just
pictures
everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just an average art project, you know?
Also, I didn't want to say this during the episode because it would derail us, but I don't want to say it now either.
No, say it. Say
No.
it.
You got you.
It's
No,
so
I'm
stupid.
curious.
It's
No, say it.
2023. We shouldn't be
Say
making
it.
this joke anymore.
Say it.
Say it.
I don't want to be the one to say it. Okay.
What is it?
Um.
I was like, we can't.
We can't
we
move
can't say
on.
it if we don't know what it is.
You gotta be the one.
I know. I'll say it. Just give me a minute, okay? I'm working towards it. It's a little
You got it.
It's a little. It's a little
It's a little what?
A little Among Us.
Among Us.
It's the red doors.
Oh my god. They look like the Among Us. Can someone
I
Photoshop?
can't escape.
Can someone Photoshop like the Among Us guy like, on the wall instead
Oh
of
my
the red
gosh,
doors?
Like the edits of like the.
I got you. I got you.
That would be nice.
Once I go home, I got you.
You make a little with the sound with the Among Us audio
Yeah.
bite. Yeah. I apologize. We're cutting that out of the episode.
No, leave it in. It has to do with the episode.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Or no, you could cut it out and then we could post because I could edit it.
Mm-hmm.
We could just post it with no context.
No context. We'll just put it in the Discord with no context.
Yeah.
And I'll just leave it. Oh dang it! I think I forgot to make this
I mean,
club isn't for
Is it? Or,
jokers.
it's like on the one hand, there's like homeowners often perceive moles as pests.
Oh.
But that's not like I guess they just thought of the idea of like molios
Yeah.
and then just like made it like mole themed.
Yeah, at the end, the villain girl had like mole hands.
Yeah, so
That's
I
what
guess she was like
noticed.
a mole creature. Like I like the idea of like snakes being turned like like human like demons being like turning themselves into snakes
Yeah.
to like lure people. I guess it's the same concept,
Yeah.
but it's a mole.
It's a mole.
I guess in this
Whoa.
universe moles are associated with the devil. Also, this is one out of 2 episodes in season 2 that are about taking people to the underworld.
Yeah.
Literally the next episode, the mummy episode, is
Really?
it has a similar theme, yeah. So
They're really wanting to push that.
if I had a nickel for every time a character was almost dragged into the underworld in Mbav, I'd have 2
2
nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it
It
happened
happened
twice. So yeah. But one was for love, so I guess that doesn't matter. But
What?
anyway, you'll
Huh?
find out next episode, okay? Which I don't know if we're gonna watch today or not.
Just
We-
girly things.
Yeah, exactly.
When you almost get dragged down to the underworld for your lover. Hashtag just girly things.
Yeah, that is very Sarah. I want to make that for that episode.
Do
For
it.
that just girly things thing.
Do
I'll do that.
it.
I'll do that. I'll do it. Yeah. So
I wish we got to know more about the villain girl. Like we
I
don't know.
I
much
agree.
know,
about-
we don't.
She's
she's
not
just-
like a main thing.
She was
No.
just like an ominous present.
Yeah.
at that point, it could have just been the donuts. Like, they didn't need
Yeah.
like a main villain
You didn't need a
character because
ringleader.
she's so flavorless. You know,
Yeah.
she has no
Yeah.
flavor.
She gets.
She's a bland kid.
Mhm.
Most of her dialogue is like towards the end of the episode. when
And
they're,
she
like,
acts like a 9-year-old, even though she's played by someone who's like
older.
at least 14. You
Yeah.
know, she looks
Yeah.
like the same age as like Rory did in season 1. In the movie, you know, and of course he's supposed to be the same age.
Because they
but he
needed
looks
a
older.
slightly taller child
Mm-hmm.
to be
Also-
obvious, and
Yeah,
because obviously children are ranked by power. Like,
by height.
yeah,
Yeah, so
children power ranked
the
by
leader
height.
needs to be slightly taller than the
Yeah.
other ones. So I understand the idea of like the devil, like blah,
Yes.
I'm the devil,
Blah.
needing to be dragged, needing to like get children's souls to the underworld or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
That's like a
this
thing, you know.
Big door
Vague
in the
door
ground.
in the floor,
in the floor.
because they can't say hell. I'm assuming. I'm
Yeah.
assuming that's like they can't be like, oh, it's dragging them to hell, but like
Yeah.
they can say underworld. Oh, and that demon thing that possessed Sarah's from the underworld. There's
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of underworld in the show.
Isn't that a movie or no?
The underworld.
No,
Rated
wait,
R
no.
starts Friday.
Wait, no, I think I'm
Baloney
thinking of
Man.
something else.
I'm bringing up Baloney Man.
Baloney Man?
Baloney Man. Let us show you a horrible time.
What's that thing we used to say all
Catch
the time?
me if you can, a baloney man. Oh, we used to say, things are getting hot in the kitchen. Oh, the thermostat's too high. Could you turn it down?
This summer.
This summer.
Yeah.
Finn Wolfhard is dating your mom.
Please
Please
don't
say
say
my
my mom.
mom. I'm serious. That's like 5 different Game Grumps references.
Yeah.
All mashed together. Anyways, I don't know why I brought up Baloney.
Dang, it is a movie. Okay, Underworld.
The Underworld's a real movie.
Yeah, Underworld is like Awakening and stuff. It's like vampire movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rated R starts Friday.
They are rated R.
There you go.
Well,
This
at least-
summer.
at least we
My
don't have
dad
to watch it
described
now.
him as like Twilight before adults.
Okay, instead
Yeah.
of for tweens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Underworld. Rated R starts Friday.
Cause
Yeah,
I think it's like less romantic. I don't know. I've never seen that.
Is it like not a romance?
I think it's more
movie?
like gory and stuff
Okay.
too.
Yeah. Twilight's a little bit
Perfect.
gory in the sense that like they don't have vampire fangs, so they
Yeah.
don't just like suck people's blood. Like they
Yeah,
actually have to like
bite
maul them.
people.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the same way you or I
Yeah.
would maul a human with our teeth, you know?
If we had
Speaking of
supernatural
mauling
Mhm.
humans,
Speaking of,
Benny and Ethan getting obliterated by a group of children.
dude, that kid must have bit him hard to
I
get his
know.
braces ripped off.
strength. Yeah, didn't
That
Ethan
kid
say-
must be in pain too.
Yeah, his braces must have got caught on like his sweater, because that happens, right? That happens to people. Like it gets caught on like fabric.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it. You're bringing back memories.
That's rough.
Because
Anyways,
I had braces 4th to 6th grade.
wow,
Mhm.
it's a long time.
Yeah.
Glad I never had to deal with that. I just have crooked teeth forever. Yeah, deuces for the crooked teeth. Yeah, they
But
got
no,
beat
didn't-
up by those kids.
Didn't Ethan say you can't hit children? And Benny was like,
I
I
want
really
to."
want to.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's not good for your image.
I know.
I wanted to beat up kids. Your reputation is just gonna go down
Yeah.
if you talk
Yeah.
about that.
It's so.
It's very funny.
And then like Erica and Sarah had to save them from.
Yeah,
the
that's
kids.
what I was gonna talk about. Is Erica and Sarah both being like destitute without being able to drink human blood, because
Yeah.
we see that Sarah has a delivery person, so someone who delivers her like human blood, I guess, like a source. And then of course
A
Erica
plug.
just she has. Let me call it the plug. What did Erica said? I didn't make a soundbite of it, but Erica said something like I had to burp, excuse me.
Why didn't you just? She said
Oh,
something about.
I
Like,
had to
why didn't
order-
you just fight the driver? She's like, he was driving.
Yeah, it's like
Erica."
why
She's
it's like
it's called Meals on Wheels, Sarah.
it's called Meals on Wheels, Sarah. Yeah, it's so good. And then when she was like, I have to wait for this vegetarian vampire to pick up her blood salad
Yeah.
from a delivery truck.
Yeah.
She's so good in this episode.
I know.
I love
her.
Erica.
She's so. I love her.
But as you see Rory throughout the entire episode, he's just chilling. He's
Yeah.
just hanging, and that's because he's been
The
surviving.
scene with the rat.
Yeah. Mr. Lunchy, no.
It's so good.
I like
The
how
way he just
yeah.
like crawls on
I
the floor
know.
after. Like
The
if
id-
the bag isn't moving, you can tell he's kind of like pushing.
No, I thought maybe they had hooked it up to like a fishing wire,
Oh, maybe.
String.
and
They're
like
just
someone was
pulling
like
it.
reeling it in, and he was chasing after it. Maybe he was just pushing it though.
Yeah.
There's not. It's a
That's
very
what it
quick.
looked like to me.
It's unclear.
It's a very quick scene, so he probably could have just kind of like shoved it with his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like back to like the children thing. It's obvious they told the children like don't hurt them.
Yeah.
like-
That's why
they're
that's
just
why
like,
the framing
"Wah."
is so tight. You can just see their hands.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of like
Little
like
child fists.
lightly just like kind of pushing them.
Yeah.
Like someone was just giving Ethan like a noogie.
Yeah.
He was just like kind of
Ruffling
kind
his
of like
hair.
lightly rubbing his knuckles on his
Yeah.
head. Yeah. They should have let him like
'Cause,
really like
no,
like
yeah.
Adam Sandler. Have you seen that clip where I can't remember what movie it is. Was it like I can't remember what it was, but he was like with a bunch of like little kids and he was supposed to play dodgeball with them and he thought he was like the same age as them, which is like 9, but he's like 30. And he
I
was
think
like
that might be from Billy Madison.
yeah, Billy Madison. And apparently he was like, you guys should deflate the balls because I'm really going to hit them with it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna fuck these kids up. And they were like, you can't do that. And he's like, but that's where all the comedy
Yeah.
comes from, is
Billy-
harming
yeah,
children.
Billy Madison is like what the one Adam Sandler movie I kind of like. I could tolerate.
I haven't
I like
actually,
the one
actually
that-
seen it. I heard it was
I-
okay, though.
I like the one where he's like, one of the Sprouse guys is like his 5-year-old son.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one's pretty good. It's like
I have seen
it's
that
like
one.
Big Daddy or something.
Yeah, I have
Huh.
seen that one. I think it was.
It's
I
a
think it
good-
was both of them.
At least none of us like Jack and Jill.
At least none of us like Jack and Jill. We have enough taste.
I actually still haven't seen that one.
It's
I'm
really
avoiding
It's
bad.
so bad.
It's like one of the worst movies ever
Yeah.
made. It's up there with like Click, which is another one of his movies.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's like really bad.
Anyway, why are we talking about Adam Sandler?
I just brought it
About
up
beating up
because
children.
I think those children should have really beat up those actors.
Yeah.
I think Matthew Knight should have gotten pummeled by some children.
And
Exactly.
that would be really funny.
It
Yeah.
would have been funny. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what was the moral of the story, is that children causing harm and getting harmed is very funny.
Yeah, it's for the bit, you know?
Yeah,
for the
for the bit. Exactly. They should have done it for the bit. But, you
Do
know.
it for the
whatever.
vine.
Whatever, insurance, whatever.
Insurance, yeah. Because it's not like the kids were getting harmed.
Yeah.
They just had to harm
The actors.
an act, and he was like 18. You know,
Yeah.
they could have fully just harmed him. Come on, come on, guys,
Come
get
on.
with it. Come
Like, if this was
on.
a real group of rabid children,
exactly,
they wouldn't be alive right now.
exactly. I mean, that one kid did get his braces ripped out.
Yeah.
I feel bad
One
for
of
that
them was
kid.
biting his ankle.
Oh, and then
I
then
feel
he
bad
was,
for that kid,
yeah.
because even
Oh,
getting
yeah.
your braces adjusted
is really
hurts.
painful. And even Benny said, I think there's a tooth in my shoe.
Ew.
So some kid's tooth must have fallen
I
out.
thought it was really funny that Ethan was like, one of us is biting my ankle right after Sarah
Yeah,
made,
yeah.
like, the ankle biters joke.
Yeah. They're biting my ankle. I mean, you could bite. No, we're not gonna stop. We're gonna stop that there. We're gonna stop theorizing about ankle biting.
Well,
Anyways,
Continue.
I was like, I think it's like,
because
They
I
do
think
a lot of
anyone
damage, yeah.
anyone can actually bite an ankle. I guess the idea is just that they're closer to the ground because
Yeah.
they're shorter.
Yeah.
And that, but like anybody could be an ankle
anyone can
biter
bite your ankles.
if you try hard enough.
Yeah. If you slither enough, you
Yeah,
can.
exactly.
Exactly.
I do like whenever they were at Benny's house trying to look for the thing, and Evelyn just like laid out all the clues for them.
Yeah, we were
And then
like,
she's like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm gonna just dip.
yeah,
Bites the
yeah.
donut.
I'm gonna head out and just eats the donut on purpose because like she knew something was going on clearly because she had all the evidence laid out.
Yeah.
And it's not like she would have eaten one if she knew she was going to be turned into a drone and left, and she didn't want to leave. So
Yeah.
clearly she was just like, I'm going to let these nerds deal with it themselves.
Yeah.
I'm finished with solving their
And then
problems.
the girls were fiending for something, so they saw
Mhm.
the first red thing. They tried to ask Benny to turn it to blood.
And then they got tails.
They got they got tails. I think the tails are pretty fun,
Yeah.
pretty
They
wacky.
should have kept the tails.
They
Yeah, exactly. Kept it for an episode or two, you know?
Yeah.
Because just off screen they lose their tails. And we
Yeah.
never even see. They don't even cut like below the waist, so they could have just had their tails.
Yeah.
Goodness. And then we get Benica, which is like
Benica.
this is like the
We've
most
been
Benica
putting it off.
episode.
Our Benica crumbs.
Yeah.
Our Benica crumbs, exactly.
I love them so much.
Mm-hmm. It's very good.
Because-
Steff said this while we were watching the episode, but mbav ruined ships with
Context, yeah. Because it's like, you see that screenshot of, like, with it, like, you know, her arms around his shoulder, and you're like, yay, Danica. But in the actual episode, she's like, get off of me. And he's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm going to
And
keep
then
your arm here.
The fact that he gave them his blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they did
And-
the same thing with Sarah and Ethan, which we already know is an official ship. I mean, even
Yeah.
if they never like get together in the show,
Yeah.
It's implied.
it is like an official show
Yeah.
ship that like they're like
Do you think
together.
he made Ethan get the blood for him?
That's what I said during the episode.
because Ethan's been stealing his blood. Yeah, Benny gets his blood stolen
Too
all
many
the
times.
time. This is
This
number
is
two.
really-
He
Two
needs to
nickels
stop.
moment.
He needs to stop giving his blood.
Yeah.
He needs to stop giving his blood to people. Exactly.
If I had a nickel for every time I had to give my blood to one of my friends,
Mhm.
I'd have two
Two
nickels.
which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it
happened twice.
But they did this with Ethan and Sarah in the blood drive episode.
Yeah.
When he got pricked, but he didn't get his blood taken, so we had like a little piece of paper to
He's
like
like,
catch the blood, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Is that your blood? It smells amazing."
Wow.
And she was like obsessed with it. And she was like, "You still smell good to me."
Yeah.
Like at the end of that episode.
And
know?
then,
Yeah.
and then
This
Erica
time-
liked Benny's blood.
It's a Twilight thing because
Yeah.
that's the whole reason why Edward is drawn to Bella.
yeah.
It's because he's like, I've never had blood and it's good as yours, kind of thing, right? That's what was so fun about reading Midnight Sun is because, like, in the I'm sorry, I have to do it. In Twilight, in the books, she's like, "Oh, this is so lovely, and he's so beautiful. I wonder what he's thinking about." And then he's like, "I'm going to murder her if I don't think about anything else but her." So he's like trying his best to ignore her,
Yeah.
and she's like moon-eyeing him the entire
Yeah.
time.
And he's
it's
like,
full-
"Stop it!"
He's like, "Stop thinking about her, stop thinking about her. There are this many dust particles in the air." He's going full beautiful mind.
Yeah.
While she's like, "We're
The
having
equations are exploding.
literally, and while she's like, "This is so romantic."
He's
And-
like,
he's like literally like trying so hard not to just like drink all of her blood. So
I've never had blood as good as yours.
Twilight is another good example of ruining ships
That's
with
just
context.
Benica.
It is.
Like Erica just like gripping the steering wheel, just like I can't drink his blood.
Yeah. So this is like really the most Benica we're ever gonna get, by the way, guys.
Oh,
hate to break it to you, but we don't get more.
Like
This
at the end of the episode, she's like watching him walk away. She's like,
she's like,
oh, yeah.
she's conflicted because he's
She's
like a
like-
nerd, you know.
Yeah.
But like he liked her before she was a vampire. Before he liked her all the way back then.
When she was a nerd.
When she was also a nerd, when they were on equal level, equal playing field, and now that she's all cool, he
He's like-
still has a thing for her.
Yeah.
and she's like, whoa, and he's like, wow.
Exactly. He was like, whoa. She was like, wow.
No, she's like, wow.
I'm gonna end up sending one more because I think it fits perfectly.
Okay.
That's right. So now that we're like 30 minutes in, do you want to do bad joke section?
Yeah.
That bad joke that I just made just wow.
That's included in bad joke section.
That joke never gets a laugh.
Perfect. So what's the first one you mentioned?
Ethan's one-liner at the end of the.
How do you like,
Like
them
them
donuts? Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
It's so bad. You did nothing, sir.
Yeah, he literally just like grabbed her
Ankles.
He tried to grab Jane, and she.
Well, no,
wouldn't
that
let him.
was Rory.
No, I thought it was Ethan
Rory was
first.
grabbing Jane's ankles
No, that was before that.
when he fell to the ground.
Yeah, when Rory fell to the ground, I know that, but like before
But then
that,
after, yeah, he was just like grabbing her, and she was like
I
she's
have to go to
9.
the underworld.
She's 9. How could she fall out of your grip,
yeah,
Yeah.
Ethan? You know. But then he grabs the stick,
in their
the
fight.
key, and he just like lets go of it and like pushes her back. I'm like, he could have at least just like pushed her,
Yeah.
like literally just.
They're both, like,
Walked up and he pushed me. He pushed me and he said,
The idea of him
"I'm
pushing
gay.
I'm homeless. I'm gay.
Gay. I have AIDS and I'm new in town."
Yeah, that's what he should have done. It's just
Yeah.
like pushed. I'm gonna push him. Push him. So that's really bad. He's like, "How do you like them donuts?" It's like, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
You're gonna get the pen and dent the other side now.
Another bad joke from like the same scene.
Mhm.
Benny gets like blasted with like one of the
The-
fucking staff.
Yeah,
rays.
yeah. He gets.
He's like, And then Rory over here is like trying to fight with her, and he gets blasted like 17 times.
Yeah, because he's a vampire.
Yeah.
Like, I was so ready to see Vampire Rory, Vampire Ninja, Rory Vampire
Ninja,
himself,
Our
get
money.
into a brawl with this like teenager.
Batman himself.
But yes, our money.
Yeah.
Batman.
But
Oh, our money.
Our money.
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah.
Can you pull up
Sorry.
our money for me, please?
Oh, our money.
Yeah. I understand it in context. It makes sense because obviously Rory does not know how to fight because he's a big old nerd. It would make
Yeah.
sense that,
He
Sarah's
doesn't
the one
fight
who knows how to
often.
fight. She understands fighting.
Yeah.
So she's the one who fights.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Erica is willing to kill people. So like
Yeah.
so
And
she
she has done it before.
yeah, so that's why it makes sense. Remember her room full of ashes?
Yes.
That's from like episode 3.
Oh
Call
my-
back.
Call
Come
back.
back.
So like
Full
it
of
makes sense that
ashes.
Rory doesn't know how to fight. It makes sense,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
But I would have liked to
Go-
see him
go-
beat up that girl.
Go
Yeah.
feral.
Yeah, come on. He was like, "Why don't you make me?" And I was like, "We're gonna get a fight!" And then
Whoa.
he just fell to the ground.
Yeah. There's
I mean,
they just, like,
he
go
did
back and
help.
forth for a
He
second
did
and
help a
then-
little, He
Yeah.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
He did try.
Yeah. So it makes sense he doesn't know how to fight, but I would like to see it at least once.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's like whoa, we're having the girls do too much. They're just gonna hold the children back.
Mhm.
With their tails.
Yeah.
Other bad jokes.
The tails, I would say.
Oh yeah, the tails. As fun as
That
they
they're,
were,
like, rat
Yeah.
tails.
they were a little campy.
A little silly.
Yeah.
little camp.
They
No.
were camp derogatory.
Yeah, exactly.
Derogatory.
Sometimes camp goes wrong.
Yeah.
You know.
So you think you can
Um,
camp?
The so you think you can scream bit was a little bit odd.
Yeah.
That's a bad joke.
That was a way to open it, I guess.
Yeah, because teach me how to scream.
I guess.
I want an edit of that. It's like I'm trying to watch So You Think You Can Scream, and then just like teach me
Yeah,
how to
the
scream.
Can you stop screaming? I'm trying to watch So You Think You Can Scream.
Teach me how to scream. Teach me how to scream.
That song is so bad. Don't
It is.
listen to it, guys. Don't give them the
When
streams.
it comes up when you listen to the Vamps, skip
Skip
it.
it.
Skip
Give
it.
it a skip. Go right to Idol by BTS.
That's not. Idol's not after, is it?
I know, but like I'm saying, just
Yeah.
like skip.
If you have it on shuffle.
Have you guys seen those videos where it's like you're listening to Sweater Weather by the Neighborhood, but like you're in a bathroom crying or
Yes,
whatever?
Yeah.
I've seen those.
Can we have one of those, but it's you're in the car with the vamp with
POV, you're in the car with
with
the Vampy
Vampy
Wampy
Campy Podcast, and you're on your way to go camping, and that's like faintly with like car noises, you hear like, "Put your sneakers on, put your sneakers on,
You
we're
call
going
me
dancing
on.
all
They
night
call me
long."
on.
Idol?
They call me Idol.
Idol.
Or baby.
Yeah,
Or the
we just need a
edit
full.
board.
I could do that. It's not that hard to
Yeah.
do. Just put in some car
Do it.
noises and
We
then
have,
like
we have to provide the content for the
Mhm.
podler.
Yeah.
Freeze right after teacher.
skip all the Broken Side songs.
Go right to Foundations of Decay.
Don't
Yeah.
listen to Crunkcore, guys. It'll rot your brain. This is
at
your brain
us.
on Crunkcore.
And it's just a bit.
Friday.
Oh my god, I accidentally started playing Teach Me How to Scream.
No! Not only are we gonna get copyrighted, we're gonna poison the youth. We're gonna poison the Craig Mannings of the world with Crunkcore. Anyways, that's it for bad joke section.
Was there
Okay,
any other bad jokes?
there actually wasn't that many bad jokes in this episode.
Because
at
a lot
least
of
in
the
my
jokes
opinion.
came from Rory and Erica, so that means they're
And
good.
so that, yeah, they were actually good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because they're the ones good at making jokes.
No, there's one where Benny's like, yeah, they think we're the adults
Adultsy now.
And
Oh, yeah.
Rory's like, yeah, adults.
Adults.
And then Benny immediately like,
Let's
"Oh
go
my
play
God,
video
video
games." Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
It's
And
true.
then, or it's not a bad joke, but
Mhm.
I think it's funny. It's before, like, whenever it's just the shopping cart.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, Ethan's pushing Benny in the shopping cart.
It's just that's just us.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're Ethan's mom driving away.
Driving away. Yeah, I made a joke like that before. That's like
Yeah.
one of my most popular posts for some reason.
yeah.
Of me just joking about us
Not being able to drive.
not being able to drive.
And then all the Dan and Phil like gifts.
Oh yeah, all the
Yeah.
Dan and Phil gifts. It took us like 20 minutes to make that gift.
I know.
Because we were sitting in a room together
We were sitting in your dining room.
in my dining room, and I was like,
we
"You
were
gotta make the
supposed. I
gift."
think we were supposed to be studying.
Yeah, we had gotten together to do some studying for school, and we just ended up making a Dan and Phil gif
Yeah.
the entire time. Yeah, not as productive as
Yeah.
you'd think it'd be. Oh, this is what I wanted to say about
Oh.
the vampires.
The
I started
vampires.
mentioning it a little bit, but the idea that, like, Sarah and Erica are, like, destitute when there's no humans, but Rory's just doing fine.
He's chilling.
He's just chilling because he's surviving solely off of animal blood.
Mhm.
And a big thing that I noticed, he was like, do you guys want some rats, basically? He was like, you want a rat? And they were like, no, rats, we need, like, human blood, you know? And so I think that proves, it's more addition to the theory, that when you drink animal blood, you're, like, less, like, strong, so, like, he has less, like, powers than them, you know?
That's why he didn't fight.
That's why he can't fight, maybe. Because he's just, like, not as strong as them, because he drinks animal blood exclusively. He sometimes drinks human blood, but only when it's convenient, you know, like in the Blood Jar
like
episode.
That guy who
Or-
broke his leg.
Yes. Like when he killed that guy, he broke his leg. He couldn't help himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I
like...
mean, who
yeah,
wouldn't,
Yeah.
you know?
exactly. And so that's why...
The fedora guy. The brony.
Mhm. What did I say in that episode? Where it's like, you broke your leg, and yet you still put the fedora on to go to school
Yeah.
in the vest.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be in sweatpants and a t-shirt. I'm not, like, getting
Yeah.
dressed up, you know?
No, he needs people to know he's on 4chan.
Yeah. He needs people to know that he's a brony. So he put the fedora on. Anyways, so, like, the fact that Erica's, like, the most weakened by the fact that she's, like, not constantly able to drink blood, you know?
Yeah.
I think that also proves that, like, the older, the more wise, the more aged of a vampire you get, the more blood you can drink. Because, remember, they're like, you can't have more than a pint a day, which is, like, not a lot of blood when you think about it. Because, like, that's...
Meanwhile, Jesse just drank a whole human.
That's what I'm saying. He drained a human. That's like 6 pints total, right?
Yeah.
We did the research. So I think Erica maybe is drinking a little bit more. She's like, that's why when she has like no blood for like not even 24 hours,
Yeah.
she's like gone. You know, she's
Zaz.
getting real. She's getting real
She's getting
slow.
wrecked.
Yeah, she like falls over. And Sarah's not doing good either, but like she's
She's
a
kind of
fresh
used
vamp.
to it.
She's a fresh new vamp.
Because, like, for the longest time, kind of from her fledgling days, just not being able to...
Yeah, just having the human blood substitute. And because she's on the same level that, like, Erica was a year ago, you know? Because she's only been a vampire for a few months at this point in the series.
Yes.
No, she's been a vampire for longer. Because if I'm thinking, getting the timeline straight
like,
in my mind.
Your mind palace.
Yeah, it's like 10 months. But that's still not a long time.
Yeah.
Considering how long a vampire's life is, which is forever. 10 months is very short.
10 months,
is
like a
like-
minute.
Yeah, it's like a few days.
Yeah. So it makes sense why she's already not drinking that much blood anyways.
Yeah.
But Erica's like probably up to like a pint or two a day or whatever. So that's why she goes to multiple people.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to drink more than a pint for them or else
Yeah.
they'll die. And she's like not killing people. That's my headcanon, that she's not killing people.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Ethan's the murderer.
Ethan's the murderer of the group. Yes, exactly. His body count is like 10.
Yeah.
He's
I
killed
think it's more than that.
He's killed 20 people.
Yeah.
Did you want to get into fit review? I have the screenshots. Wait. Okay. Fit review.
Benny's in
So-
brown, 0 out of 10.
Yeah, 0
0.
out of 10 for Benny because he's wearing brown. He's wearing that
Is he-
same stupid zip up from the movie.
Is it double brown?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then he's wearing
gross.
like a beige
Shirt.
striped shirt
Yeah.
underneath. It's awful. It's
Ethan's
disgusting.
in full color.
And I like Ethan's shirt. He has
Yes.
a lot of these like kinds of shirts.
Yeah, he has like one in like every color.
It's like
Yeah.
it's not like it doesn't have a collar, but it has like the 3 buttons. So it's
Yeah.
like
His
almost
neck
like
is
a polo.
exposed again.
Showing a lot of neck.
A lot of skin.
It reminds me of like the hockey episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same kind of fit.
Yeah.
And then Rory, he is not coordinated this time. He has that blue shirt he always wears.
Yeah, he has a red, like plaid,
Yeah, plaid flannel.
And then
I'm
a
assuming
black-
it's short sleeve.
and then a black jacket.
Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, how come both of them are wearing jackets, but Ethan isn't? I'm like, well, Ethan's at home.
Yeah, Ethan's in his house.
So
they
they
just came
showed
from
up.
outside.
Yeah, they showed up with jackets on. And then same thing with Erica and Sarah.
Icon.
So I love
She's like in a purple shirt this time.
yeah, I was gonna say I love Erica's outfit. She's in like a purple shirt, and then she has in this scene she has like a black jacket.
Is she
Yeah.
wearing? Is Sarah wearing a denim jacket?
No, it's like a
It's like a
blue zip
blue?
up. It's
Yeah.
very much like a zip up that
Sorry.
Ethan would wear.
Yeah.
What if it is?
What if it is Ethan?
Oh my god.
That would be cute, actually.
Sarah
cute.
Thin is real. And then just like a
No,
standard
that's
shirt.
what it is in my head. I don't care if it's cringe.
Yeah,
I
that
like
is that is Ethan's jacket. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
exactly.
dating already.
Oh, and then she has gold hoops. I feel like the gold
Yeah.
hoops are like so
Yeah.
good with the fit.
The,
It, like,
the
really
only
makes it.
unfortunate thing is the sperm brows. but
Yeah.
Yeah.
but she's great either way.
Vanessa Morgan had some rough eyebrows at this point. I like both of their fits. They're very casual. That's the beauty
Yeah.
of it, is that they're nice and cash. She has like this long necklace. It's good.
Yeah.
If you want to go to Eve, if you want to go to Eve too. Okay, so Benny's wearing that same
The orange gray.
orange gray. He wears it like so often in the show.
You know,
And
I
it's a
kinda
good
like
shirt.
it.
It's a good shirt, so you know.
It's thick stripes, so it's what I
Mhm.
like.
I like it too. So it's a good thing that, you know, that's like the most
Ethan-
common one.
In purple.
You
10
think
out
in
of 10.
purple?
I love a purple
That's
character.
5 out of 5.
I don't know about you, but a purple character,
Yeah.
Yeah.
top tier.
Yes.
So, and then he has that gray jacket he always has
Yeah.
on. See, the fact that it actually fits him.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
The problem with the first fit we ever saw when you called him Slim Shady is because it was just too big.
Whoa.
Too big. Yeah, it's super foggy.
It's really.
It's looking a little sus.
Anyways,
Anyways.
and then I think I had Rory fit too, and I think that's all I did. I think he's wearing the exact same thing.
It's a different jacket.
He's wearing a different shirt, but he's pretty much wearing the same thing.
This one's like orange gray.
Yeah,
And I can't tell the color of the thing because
I think it's a green shirt.
it looks kind of green.
Or is it blue? Oh no,
I think
not
it's-
this again.
I think it's green with like a blue jacket.
Okay,
Yeah.
And
I'll
like,
let you be the one to let me
'cause
know.
It's like blue, and then like the
The inside is green. The
no, like,
lining.
the
Oh, the cuffs.
cuffs are green,
Okay.
and then like it's
Good
like
fit.
Yeah,
It's all
the
around.
outside of the jacket's a dark blue. The inside of the jacket's green.
I like all the fits.
Yeah.
All good fits. I
Good
wanted to mention
fits.
Erica's
and
at
then
the end.
his shirt in the middle there looks green too.
Yeah, okay. So it's a
Yeah.
green shirt.
Yeah.
Erica's fit with the purple jacket, and then she's wearing like maroon pants. I don't know if I have a screenshot of it. But that looks really good. I like that fit a lot.
Yeah, she's
I'll
using
insert it
the
in
Has
post.
payphone.
maximum drip.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wanted to mention that someone's
Huh?
using the payphone in the background.
What?
This is the end of Fit Review.
Oh yeah, no, it's a
Yeah.
fit review.
Okay, perfect.
That one was synced.
Yeah, someone's using the payphone because remember we were making fun of the fact that there's a payphone in
Oh,
the school
yeah.
in 2010. One of the background actors is just using it.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm like, why?
Why?
Why are you using the payphone?
Hey,
I'm at a
Mom.
payphone.
Hey now, this is what dreams are made of.
I love the heavy sigh.
Listen, you're the bamper.
Yeah.
I guess.
You must bamp.
You named yourself the
I
Bamper?
did.
You're Bampy?
You are Sal Bampy after all.
You're right.
It's so funny to look at him parking this.
The one with Wiz Khalifa? Or the one without?
No, I'm talking about Hillary Duff.
I'm talking about what I'm doing.
I'm at a payphone. Oh, I hit you. Oh man, that was rough. That was rough on the. Sorry for hitting you with the microphone.
Okay, I'm adding both.
Yeah.
And the other one's by Hillary Duff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's. I don't know what it's called. It's like this is what dreams are made of.
Oops. What dreams are made of.
It's from the movie.
From the Lizzie McGuire movie?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Her and her twin sing that one.
Eve looks so small here.
He looks really short.
So the
He
Van
looks so
Dams-
tiny.
He's so tiny.
He looks
so
so
the Van
short.
Dams was 3 hours and 4 minutes.
Nice.
Good for us. Anyways,
Anyways.
We're gonna be bamping all the way.
now we're gonna read out some people's opinions and hot takes on the
Yeah.
episode. Let's go.
Let's
Who wants to read them?
go.
Did you want to read them, Sal?
I could
No.
read one.
Okay.
I'm bad at reading.
I'm also bad at reading, but I'll
Here's
read.
here's the first one.
Okay, from Rory Keener.
Yes, from Cora. Wait.
Yeah, from Cora. In quotes, dude, she grilled your cheese. Best line in the episode. Agree.
Exactly. Rory
Agree.
Keener knows what's going on.
Yeah. Rory also helping save Jane. I've already made a post about Rory and Jane's sibling relationship in my head.
Yes.
Honestly, your mind.
Yeah, they have such a. I love seeing the two of them together.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
in the Three Geeks and a Demon episode when they're
Oh,
like
yeah.
fighting
Yeah.
for a toy in the basement.
Rory also being the info gatherer, truly one of my fave episodes. Comedy is pretty good too, from what I remember. I can say I would be gone
During
Molio
Molio
season because I love donuts. Never mind those chocolate ones.
What
Yeah.
are they called at Tim Hortons? We were talking about Tim Hortons because Cora is actually the only Canadian person in the mbav fandom.
Oh, with the donut holes?
Yeah, what are
What
those
are they
donut
called?
holes called? Cora, let us know in the comments
Us dumb Americans already forgot.
what the Tim Horton
Yeah.
donut holes are called.
Yeah.
Yeah, eating those. That's why we'd all be gone during
Yeah.
Molio
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
We'd all be at
Also,
Fun
I love
Land.
that the girls get tails. Tails are very cool. Love the
are very
episode.
cool.
They are cool.
Mhm.
I love this episode. Probably in top 5 for Cora.
Yeah.
So true.
true.
Rory is the greatest.
Thanks, Cora.
Thank you.
And then the next one is from another fan of
Do I
ours.
scroll up?
Yeah, it's right here.
I kind of wish they did show what would have happened if a teenager ate one of those evilly enchanted donuts, though. I'm curious about it too.
Would they just act the same way kids do? Because they aren't
Yeah.
technically kids.
Yeah.
Or would it just be like
'Cause they wouldn't
worse?
become-
Or like would they act out? Because I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I wonder what would happen to teenagers.
Dang it, Benny! You should have taken one for the team.
He should have eaten one. He doesn't do much in the episode.
Yeah. He like
Rory does all the heavy lifting.
yeah he like
like, fails
he
at magic.
complains
Mhm.
and fails and falls over.
So come on, take one for the team.
Yeah. I love how in this episode they included the classic being whacked in the head by a frying pan gag.
She grilled your cheese.
Yes. I just wish they would have shown Jane doing it rather than just her sneaking up behind Ethan with the pan instead.
Jane
Yes.
literally just like clocking him in the head. They should have done that.
Yeah.
Come on.
They should have.
Again,
Oh my God.
Matthew Knight could take it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I wanted to get injured.
What is with you and Matthew not getting injured?
I don't
I have
know.
something against Matthew Knight.
He
Is
made
it
me
because he
watch-
banished himself from the internet?
He made me watch Gooby. That's why. Yes, I have seen Gooby. All my goopsters out there, sound off in the comments.
Oh my god. The goopsters.
That's what they're called.
Ah.
Like, actually?
No Gooby fans. Silly Billy.
Silly goose.
Thankfully, he didn't suffer a concussion afterward. That's what I'm thinking, because that pan was dented.
And he got knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, if you get hit upside the head and you get knocked out, I think you have a concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just lost some brain cells. Maybe that's why his visions were so whack.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because, like, his visions were just, like, reused clips from,
Yeah, it was-
from the later parts of the
Yeah.
episode.
He had
like,
mentioned they're a little lazy.
there's little lazy visions there. Like, come on. Like, how, like, he wasn't even doing anything with them. He would see them. Well, I get it because stuff was happening. So, like, he would just have to go back to what was happening during the day.
Yeah.
I wonder if he gets visions for, like, just unnecessary things.
Probably.
He just, like,
That's what I like to think.
Touches a sink handle.
yeah, at school.
That's
He's
what
like,
happens
oh, a
to
vampire
Wednesday.
built this sink.
Okay.
Anyways.
A vampire built this. He just. It's
Yeah.
Just,
Like,
yeah.
oh, a werewolf built
Yes.
this part of the school. Anyways, move on with my
That's
day.
kind of what happens with Wednesday and the Wednesday show.
Mm.
Like,
Okay.
except they're still important, like Ethan's are, but like
Okay.
sometimes she'll just like touch. There was one episode where she's just like touching things. She's like,
She's
this
just
doesn't
looking
happen.
for
Yeah.
things.
no. It's like, oh, this doesn't happen. I don't get a vision with this, and then she touches something and then
Gets a vision.
yeah,
Funny. Hilarious.
Yeah, we
even.
should.
hilarious.
Ethan should have done that in an episode.
exactly.
Looking for.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I wonder if eventually Jane remembered everything she did while under Val Mudrap's evil influence, and if she regrets hitting Ethan with the frying pan later on.
Probably not.
Probably
No,
not.
No,
No.
she
She
would have done it
reveled in
even
it.
if she wasn't under her.
Yeah.
Because she's a menace little sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we love her for that.
Maybe she does remember and is just pretending not to for whatever reason. Or maybe she doesn't in the moment, but later on it comes back to her one day. If it comes back to her one day, she's gonna be like,
She's gonna be like, nice.
nice.
Sorry, I'm just touching things in the
Very
vamp
good.
camper.
I like how sibling focused this episode is. It kind of shows you that brother-sister bond that Jane and Ethan have for one another despite their sibling differences all the time. I'm sure that her after dealing with Val Mudrap and defeating her has only brought them more closer as siblings and how much they appreciate each other as well. You know what? That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's
kinda
a
what
really good Jane episode, even though she's
Yeah.
not like really in it.
But she's like in it, you know?
She's
like,
a part of the
involved.
plot. She's never a part of the plot usually.
Okay, and Erica likes Benny's blood. Yes, Benny might want to watch out now when alone with her. Poor,
no.
poor Benny. He's always the one. He's always the one.
Giving his blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Ethan is really keeping his blood right where it belongs in his veins. Meanwhile, poor Benny can't seem to do the same.
No, he's just
Nah,
giving out his blood
yeah.
like it's nothing. At least for the first time, it was against his will. But now
Yeah.
he's just like giving out his blood.
Yeah. Ethan desensitized him.
You know, that was nice of him at least. He was like, hey, they're not doing too well. I'll just give them some of my blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he should start charging for his blood instead. Period.
No, that should be like Ethan, because I remember from the blood drive
Ethan has
episode.
that fancy
He has the
blood.
he has,
fancy
like, the
blood.
fancy blood.
Yeah, Ethan could get some side money.
Even
Yeah.
not through vampires, because that's
Yeah.
still, you could still sell that like legally to like
Yeah.
hospitals and stuff.
But why would you sell things legally?
That's
You're
true.
right.
I guess like selling blood to randos, if they're vampires or not, is illegal, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Probably.
Can I not just like sell blood to
I
my
don't,
homies?
I don't think so.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
But he probably would never do that to his friends, though. You never know.
Thank you, Minzy.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys for sending in stuff.
Here you
So, thanks.
Your phone is hot.
Oh, she's getting warm. It's because she's trying to do two things at once. Hi, it's editing me back. Some of the audio got a little bit messed up when we were passing around the microphone. The vamp camper is a little bit cramped, so sometimes some issues will come about. So I'm here to re-record this entry. So let's go. Shout out to old rat biter Sarah for sending in your hot takes. They said, first of all, an episode of More Jane. Jane is a very interesting side character in my opinion because I have a few questions about her. Like, how much does she know about supernatural things happening in town? Was she ever aware of what happened after this episode? So many questions and so little answers. But furthermore, I did enjoy seeing Jane more and I really wished she had more scream chime in the series. I agree. I feel like Jane, by the time the season 2 especially, she's basically fully aware of the supernatural, especially from the Cellular Maztek episode, when she helps Sarah and Erica defeat that villain, so. But it's questionable in season 1, but in the movie, she does start to learn magic from Evelyn. She does magic right in front of her at the end of the movie, so I think she does know about the supernatural throughout most of the series, but she just doesn't involve herself in it, you know? I think Ethan leaves out some information to her, but she does know what's going on to a certain degree, in my opinion. They also said, I'm curious about Moldvarp and how she works, I guess. Like, how does she decide when to strike and take the kids to the underworld? Do the parents notice afterwards that their kids are gone and try to look for them? What does she do when she's kidnapping kids? And the fear of babysitting the tornado twins and calling for backup was felt, because that's how I feel around my cousins as well. But we can also talk about how fast they had to be to draw on Rory while he was running at vampire speed. Maybe being hypnotized by a demon gives you perks as well. Thank you for sending in your hot takes. Please send in whatever you want to the podcast Tumblr. We'd really appreciate it. Or if you have anything to say about this episode, leave it in the comments. Back to our regularly scheduled podcasting. So
I'm getting warm.
Yeah, it's getting toasty in here. So anything else you guys want to say before we get into final thoughts and then quampies?
I think we
Are we ready for
covered-
final
I
thoughts?
agree with
Yeah.
like the sibling standpoint though. Like it's a really good sibling episode.
Yeah, that
And it
Ethan's
kinda
trying to
remind-
save her. He really
Yeah,
cares for
he
her.
was like,
Yeah.
Jane.
Yeah, like his main focus
Sister.
was like saving her.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He didn't really care. He was just like, I want to make sure Jane's okay.
Yeah, he's like, forget them kids.
Yeah. It's another episode where all the parents disappear.
Yeah.
And they don't even notice. Like,
Ross
then it
is
doesn't
out of
even.
town.
Ross is already out of town.
He's with his polycule.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
They
with
have
his,
polycules all over Canada.
He's
you
with
know?
his
Yeah.
second wife.
Yeah.
his other family.
Are they Mormon? No, I'm kidding.
You know what? I wonder if there's a Mormon community in Canada. Sound off, Canadians.
There's one
probably.
Canadian.
There's
Sound off, Cora.
I was gonna say something about that, but it's okay. I
Okay.
forgot what it was about.
Oh.
Oh, I was gonna say that it's another episode. It's another episode
It's another
where
episode.
they don't have parents, and it literally doesn't affect their lives at all.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh,
Ethan is doing
Well,
perfectly
Ethan
fine,
sees-
going to and from school and doing stuff, and the
Yeah.
only thing is Jane. He's like, well, Jane's all alone at home, right?
Yeah.
Because he saw his mom bolt.
Yeah, that's, I mean, he saw his mom drive away. but,
Yeah, like they can do just fine without their parents.
Yeah.
They don't parent.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Ethan's parents are gone all the time
Mhm.
anyways.
And they're just paying Sarah to
Yeah.
yeah.
Hang out with their teenage son.
hmm Very, very peculiar.
Yeah.
Anyways, now we can get into final thoughts. So this is one of my favorite episodes of season 2. One of my favorites of the show. I feel like it's super underrated. I feel like no one really talks about this episode. Maybe because it's like in the middle of season 2, you know? It's just kind of like a middle episode. I feel like season 1 is super popular with people. And that kind of makes sense because it's more accessible. Like season 2 actually is kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
Especially when like the few years after the show ended, they basically just pretended it didn't exist. They were like, nope, This isn't real because, like, I guess they're just, like, embarrassed that the show got canceled and didn't want to tell people. Man, that's such a big thing, but I won't talk about it here. We don't need to get into it here. I honestly could have a full separate episode of the podcast where I give all the behind-the-scenes info. I talk about Cartoon Gene.
Ooh,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll do that then. Anyways, this is one of the best episodes of the show, in my personal opinion. I understand a lot of people don't like it. I've seen people be like, I don't like that episode.
Yeah.
But I love it.
It's so good.
Mainly for Benica, I think.
Yeah.
When I think about it in retrospect. And also, I like Jane.
Yeah.
I like Jane. I want more Jane.
Yeah, I need more menace.
I need more menaced little sister. Okay? I can relate. I like Jane.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. As the menaced little sister.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. So, I would say, well, I had more to say in the episode too. Oh, I like a lot. What I really like is that was more gang stuff, more Fang gang.
Yeah.
Gang.
Gang.
There's more Fang gang involvement in the plot, which is really nice. I like seeing Erica hang out with everybody. She's always so separated from the plot, I feel like, because like
She's like, oh, I'm too cool.
in her nature, she doesn't really care about this kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So it's nice to see her be involved. And so for that reason, I'm going to give it a 4 or a 4.5, closer to a 5 out of 5. I'm going to give it 4.5 doors in the floor. 4.5 doors in the floor out of 5.
Nice.
Yeah. Just a little Ariana Grande there. Ariana, what are you doing here?
Arianka.
Is it giving Ariane? Arianka? Yeah, okay. Who wants to go next? You
I'll
next.
go next. Ugh, okay.
Take the mic.
Pass them. Okay.
Oh,
and-
dang it.
Got it. Got him. Got him. Anyways,
Pass the mic by in hyphen.
what I really like about this episode is mainly in like the interactions between the characters. Like I said earlier, or like how Steff mentioned, a lot of like Fang Gang and like just the 5 of them like really actually feeling like a friend group this episode instead of them being separated. I also liked again like the sibling relationship with Ethan and Jane, like despite her absolutely murking him with the frying pan.
Yeah.
Grilling his cheese.
Yeah, grilling his cheese. He still wants to save her.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I feel pressured.
I'm just gonna sit here in silence and judge you.
And now I just sit in silence.
No. No. Somebody steal your car radio? And now you just sit in silence? That album's 10 years old.
I know.
Isn't that crazy? Is that why we're referencing it? Is it refreshed in our mind?
Actually,
Vessel
no.
By 21 Pilots?
Actually, I kind of forgot that it was. Anyways, back to my final thoughts.
Yeah.
Even though like the villain wasn't that fleshed out and a little silly,
Mm-hmm.
it's still very enjoyable, and I had a great time watching this.
Mm-hmm.
Even like with included in the character moments is the Benica scenes.
Benica.
Even though it's just a few crumbs, and apparently they don't expand more on it.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Despite that, I'm gonna take what I can get and run with it.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag just girly things.
Exactly.
Enjoying Benica, even though there's not much of it. Just girly things.
Yeah. It's a really fun episode, and I don't think I was expecting to like it this much because I've never heard anything about it before.
Yeah, no one talks about this episode. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I was very pleasantly surprised. And because of that, I'm gonna rank it like 4.5, even like maybe 5 out of 5.
Mm.
Totally not identical fraternal twins.
Brothers pretending to be twins.
Yes.
Out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay, I also really like this episode. I think this one's just a really good one all around. Sorry, I'm stretching.
It's got to get a quick stretch in.
Yeah.
A good stretch right in the mic.
Right to the mic.
But anyways, I really like the episode because I've only seen the clips that Steff you've edited.
I like to send clips to the people. I like to send clips to
Yeah,
y'all.
no, not even that. It's just like in our group chat, we had like
I made a bit out of the scene.
I made a bit out of the
I made
scene.
a bit out of them because
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
because
a few scenes that we
So
made
just
bits
out of context, I would
Yeah.
send. This is how much of a stan I am.
Yeah,
I would send out of context clips to like my
Our
group
friends.
chat, like
Yeah.
to the group chat, and then just like make up a bit like that's something that happened in our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Which is great.
I am glad to know where the shopping cart and the rat scene come from.
Yeah. The Rory
Same.
chasing the rat on the floor, and then the shopping cart. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've said this
exactly.
before.
I think it was really good. I agree with all like the points about like the sibling stuff. I really like the involvement of Rory in this episode. I know Steff is our resident Rory stan, but
Yeah.
now I am because there's so much interaction in this episode. I am really glad to see also Erica interacting a lot in this episode. Usually it's like an every now and then kind of thing with her, but with this one, she's
in
like
it.
really in it. Yeah,
It's good to see.
she's involved.
our two favorite blondes.
Exactly. Hey, I meet the 914. Sorry.
Just blonde boys do what blonde boys do.
Yeah.
Classic. Is that on Spotify?
I
If it's
have
on
no
Spotify,
idea.
we'll see if we can add it.
Yeah.
Blonde
boys doing what blonde boys do. That's gonna be us if we ever decide to go blonde one day.
We're gonna be the blonde boys. Blonde boys.
But yeah, this one's a really good one. I don't know if it's like my favorite out of the entire series. The Doug Falconhawk episode is still way up there.
It ranks so much higher.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
But it's
truly a 6 out of 5. Doug, for you. For you.
Yeah.
The fact that Doug was supposed to come back in season 3.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, he was.
Oh my gosh.
Ah!
Ah!
Yeah, they were gonna do a part 2.
Yeah,
I don't know how they would have done a part 2, but they were gonna do it.
They were gonna do it.
Maybe he comes.
Doug's revenge.
Yeah.
Doesn't he become a prank channel?
Yeah. He starts a prank channel. So
He
I don't
gets in
know.
a prank war with Rory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pranksy returns. That would be so great.
But yeah, this episode, my main like thing with this episode is I wish we knew more about the villain character because we see her in like maximum 4 scenes and she says nothing most
she
of
only
them.
talks at like the very end. Yeah.
Yeah, she's most of her dialogue is at the very end when she's fighting the boys.
And then she just gets dragged into the underworld.
Yeah, she just says this isn't fair most of the time though.
The door, that should have been in the bad joke section. The door disappearing.
Oh yeah.
Look at that cut.
jump
was
cut.
So
Oh my God.
bad. They usually do a good job at that, but like
Yeah.
the frame was just slightly off.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
You could tell it's just like an immediate pause and just like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. They usually do a good job with that kind of editing. That must have just like slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, maybe
It got
maybe
rushed
that's
or
why this
something.
They didn't
episode
watch
doesn't
the
talk
end
too
of
much.
the
It's like it
episode.
wasn't like very good production value. That's probably why it's not talked as much.
Yeah, the production's a little bit rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you kind of see that with the reused visions. Then
Yeah,
that door.
the
The
reused
door.
footage from the
Rory
visions.
Cameron Kennedy potentially having to push the
Push
bag.
the rat forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe but I think the script is really what makes this
Yeah.
episode sing.
Yeah,
The production value was very low. This must have been shot like late in the show.
yeah,
Because they
most
spent all the
likely.
money on the finale.
Everything else, yeah.
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 So I really like this episode. Benica Crumbs, my beloved. I don't need the context for any of these clips because in my head, everything
I can
is
show you
canon.
guys the Benica Cannibal by Kesha fan
Do
edit.
it. please.
Yes.
There's some good stuff in that one.
Yes, I am a Benica stan now. I need them
You've been
to
converted.
kiss as friends.
Them to platonically kiss.
Yes, exactly. But for this episode, I think I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. Not 4 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5. Girl with mole hands being dragged down to hell. Perfect. Out of 5.
Amazing. So now we're gonna answer some quampies.
I'm getting warm.
Okay, so first question is from Mystic Moon Dancer. Hi. This question is, what are your thoughts on whether or not they should have given spellcasters familiars?
That would be so
That's
cool.
cool.
What does that mean? What does familiars
Like a familiar is like,
It's like a little animal companion.
mean? Oh!
You guys the same person?
If you guys hear some cars, I'm sorry, the vamp camper gets very high in temperature, okay? Let's just answer the question!
I would have loved it.
Yeah.
And then the
I
rest
think
of
it'd be a really
the
cool
rest of the
concept.
question was, and what do you think Benny and Evelyn's would have been? And Jane's too, when she's old enough to have one. I want Benny's to be an owl because, of course,
I
it
was
would
gonna
be.
say that for Evelyn.
Yeah, I was gonna say that for Evelyn. I was thinking like a bird, still like a bird for Benny,
bird
but
for
like
Benny.
a crow or something.
Yeah, that or like
crow
a
would be
hawk
cool.
or something. I feel like Benny would be like a hawk as his vibe.
A pigeon.
Yeah, that's his
Yes,
vibe.
he wants
like-
a hawk, but he gets a
Yeah.
pigeon.
And then Jane.
Jane's would be like a.
I say like kind
Well,
of.
I'm like only thinking weird animals. I'm thinking a ferret.
That'd be
That
cool.
That'd be cool. I was thinking.
I was
more
gonna
of,
say
like,
like a rabbit.
I was thinking rabbit.
Y'all are in sync.
Not a single thought can be just ours.
Our thoughts.
Thoughts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I was thinking a rabbit for Jane.
Yeah.
I
That
was
does
thinking
make
some
sense.
sort of,
I like your guys'
some sort
ideas.
of like rodent-y kind of.
Yeah,
animal.
I like your guys' ideas.
My
Those are good.
second option would have been like a hamster or something. Mostly because I
Give me
remember.
back my hamster.
Okay.
I remember the Halloween episode where he's like, "What happened to my hamster?"
Oh no!
She gets her hamster back. It's so
She does turn
familiar.
into like a cat person.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
could have a cat maybe.
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 Yeah.
Because she dressed up as a cat for Halloween. But you know.
Yeah.
That, you know. Next question is also by Mystic Moon Dancer. Thank you for the questions. This question is, I love this question.
Oh.
I should have told you guys this ahead of time so you don't hide your thoughts, but like, no, this is one of the best questions. It's not complicated.
Okay.
I'm excited about it. If mbav had sold merchandise, for example, t-shirts, keychains, Funko Pops, figures, and so on, in stores or online, then what would you buy? First of all, I want a t-shirt.
T-shirt.
I want one of those Dusk t-shirts that's green. It's a gross green shirt with
Yeah.
like just like a printout of the Dusk. Yeah, the ones that Erica made. I
would
want
buy
one of
Funko
those.
Pops, actually.
Yeah. I'm a Funko Pop person. I don't have space currently, but I would like a Funko Pop.
I don't really like Funko Pops all
Yeah.
that much, but I would still buy them because they're mbav,
Yeah,
and I would be a mbav
want-
merchandise collector.
I want like an Ethan Erica one. you
I want
know?
mugs. I
Yeah.
want
I want
buttons.
stickers.
I want stickers.
I want stickers and T-shirts.
It's like,
Yeah.
Can we take turns writing each one? Like the answers?
Yeah, for this one, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to write
So
that
that's what we'd want.
one? Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
What are you guys singing?
Future Perfect. Pass the Mic by Anne Hyven. I already added it to the Vamp.
Pass the mic.
We
pass
just
the
yeah,
mic.
we just have it stuck in. It bangs. Okay.
It's so good.
It does bang. I just want to feel included.
The other day, by the other day, I mean, like almost a week ago, like so many people started to like my post about the claymation birds. It's almost at 50 notes now,
I
Wow.
love that.
We appreciate
and I'm just like,
People just appreciate claymation birds.
as they should.
Clearly.
It's
Yeah.
the best bird genre.
Mhm.
Yes.
Best genre of bird. Hey, how come you've never seen a
That's what
baby
Benny
pigeon?
thought Is this familiar?
Clay
All the birds
pigeon.
died.
You've never seen a baby pigeon. They don't exist.
Yeah.
They're invented by the government.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyways.
next question from Anonymous.
The birds work for the bourgeoisie.
From Anonymous, this one says, regarding my favorite character from mbav, which is Benny, there's this option from some people who've
Then
seen
give
the
it to
movie,
Kenyon.
from the movie/show who say that he's not, and I take offense to this because I believe that he's smart in his own way, but overall, what do you think? I agree that he's smart in his own way.
In his
But
own
he's-
way.
He's like, yeah, like,
But he's
I'm
not the
fucking
smartest.
stupid.
He's a little, like,
He's
Yeah.
not the smartest of the
yeah.
group, first of all.
First of all.
First of all,
And second of all,
I think he's smart in his own
they
way.
do say that Benny's good at math.
Yeah.
So I do think he's good at math, but he just doesn't have a lot of good problem-solving skills, which is
Yeah,
what is
I think
necessary.
I think he's more like book smart than street smart.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also just in general, he's not good at English, like especially like understanding poems and like
Oh, yeah.
analysis,
Mhm.
like that's specifically said. So it's not that he's dumb. It's just that he makes a lot of poor choices, and he's not very useful to the group when it comes to like solving the foes, because it's so much like problem solving, putting clues together.
Yeah.
Like even in this episode, Ethan's like, you know what this means? And he was like, yeah, totally. No, I have no idea.
Yeah.
You need to tell me what's
Yeah.
going on.
He needs a little more like cues.
He just
for,
has
like,
a touch of the tism.
Yeah.
Bitch.
So Benny doesn't like children.
Yeah,
we learned.
he hates children.
Both the show Benny and the dog
Yeah.
Benny.
Okay, so next question from Anonymous. The rest of these are from Anonymous.
Yeah.
How do you think... Wait, no, sorry. I read the wrong one. Next question from Anonymous. If a... No, oh my god. I keep reading the wrong one. Okay. Final question of the day. Final question of the day from Anonymous. What are your opinions on the gay mbav ships? Now, I feel like this should be understood already.
Do you know who we are?
Who do you think we are?
For some reason, this year has been like...
First of all.
First of all, this has been a very Serica year.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like this has been the year of Serica. I feel like
Yeah.
everyone's been fully converted into thinking
As they
Serica.
should.
Because it's real.
It's real.
The thing with...
All of the ships in the show are real
Exactly.
Yes.
They're all dating each
at
other.
the same time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
They're
like,
in a giant polycule.
what if we
Yeah.
said earlier that, like, Ethan is dating Sarah, Sarah's dating Erica, Erica is dating Benny, and Benny is dating
Rory. who
E-
is also
Rory.
dating
Dating
Ethan.
Ethan.
Ethan. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we said in the
Yes.
previous
Yeah.
episode. So, there you go.
There's
Our
opinion.
opinions on the mbav gay ships. I think there's like a turf war of sorts between people back in the day. You take the photo of him now. There was a sort of like argument because people were so heavily into Beethan that like they used to completely ignore Sarathan.
Mhm.
And I feel like a lot of people have come back. People used to basically just hate Sarah in the fandom. There was a large hatred for Sarah in the fandom, which many people have called out because she's like the only black character in the show,
Yeah.
as that being the reason why, which I think is very true because like, everyone was like, oh my gosh, Erica, she's an icon, but like not giving that same love to Sarah
Yeah.
for like literally no reason.
Is it kind of like that Tumblr thing where they just bash on anyone who gets in the way of the gay ships?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was very much the case because of course it was like 2014, so
Yeah.
obviously that's the
the
way.
thing.
That was very common back then with all
Yeah.
kinds of ships on Tumblr.
Yeah, all kinds of ships, especially like even like super hula kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah, that's where I think it kind of like was most
Started,
popular.
yeah.
Yeah. But of course that same mentality happened to trickle down into mbav as well. So I think there's even sort of like a pushback, like a reverse reaction, like an opposite reaction. People being like, Ethan is stupid. You shouldn't ship Ethan. Like, you should only ship, like, you know, Ethan and Sarah. And I
Like,
feel like that's also
Only
wrong.
the canon, like ship whatever you want as long as it's not weird.
Yeah, I
you know?
agree.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's like, stick to the canon ships
And I mean
of,
weird in
of
the
them.
way if it's like, you know, like
Weird.
like the illegal kind of weird.
all five of them
Funny,
being
haha.
Yeah.
funny, weird. Oh, that person was picking up the kid.
Oh, tiny children.
And that tiny child is too young to go in school. Okay,
I like how
anyways.
the kids are color coded.
They are! There's the pink kid and then the
The
purple
red.
kid and the red kid.
Yeah.
Aw,
Anyways.
cute. Anyway.
So I feel like you can ship any of the main cast with the main five and I'll eat it up,
Yeah.
baby. I like
Like, I've been
breakfast,
starved
lunch, and
for
dinner.
content.
One of-
Give it to me.
currently one of my favorite ships is Ethori, I think is what it's called. So Ethan and Rory.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's one of my faves. They're just so good together.
I'm kind of falling into the like really hard into Serica
Mhm,
as well as Benica.
mhm.
Mhm.
Those are great.
Yeah.
So that's all the questions we have for today. And I think that's it for the podcast episode. Woo! Thank you for listening. If you want to leave a lampy, which is a like.
Yeah. Or
Subscribe-y.
which is subscribe.
Yeah.
Make sure
And
to leave us some
quampies,
with
questions, so we can ampy,
Yeah.
which is answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Decoding.
If you're new here.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
This
happen
is
to
our
not be Craig.
translation, you know.
Mhm. And if you want to ask us questions that we can respond to, first of all, just leave a comment down below
Yeah.
on YouTube, on Spotify. Just leave it down there and we'll answer it.
Or if you want to be special, just send it into our Tumblr.
Our Podblur, our Tumblr
Yeah.
podcast
The
account,
Vampy Wampy Campy Podcast.
.tumblr.com. It's not complicated, y'all. It's very simple.
It's a very simple podcast name we chose.
So make sure to
Yes.
check that out. Make sure to check all of that out,
Check
or
all
else
of it.
Smokey the
Well, no,
bear.
because you have to you have to put down your tent, put out your
Oh
fire.
yes, thank you for reminding me. Make sure to take down your tent, put out your fire, or else
Smokey the bear is gonna come drag you to the underworld.
through the
and-
door on the floor.
Yeah, the door floor.
The door floor. The floor door, one might
Floor
even
door?
say.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Late. That's also from like episode 3. I was ending the episode late.
Oh yeah.
Call back.
We've been doing this for so long.
I know. We're coming up on the 1 year anniversary,
Yeah.
y'all. Hope we get hype.
Yeah,
Cray.
get hype.
Get hype.
Okay,
Well, see you
late.
lates.
Bye.
Bye.
Late.
Blonde boys rule the world. Blonde boys get the girls. Blonde boys call the shots.
You know, OJ was innocent.
Wait, what?
Blonde boys pay the bills. Blonde boys live the thrills. Blonde boys make the bank.
No, you guys, I agree, the glove didn't fit. There's no way he could have done it.
Blonde boys rock the stage. Blonde boys love the cage.